Facundac. They look gigantic.
Yes.
They are my size.
Oh, they are your size?
They have the same height that I do.
Gigantic in stature. How's that?
And personality.
And personality, right. Facundo Yebne is the creative mind behind Fly Miami Art. Being invited to show at the Biennale in Florence is a huge honor.
What do I do to relax? I duck.
You duck.
I duck.
We're going to be talking about the art, the business, the journey, and yes, the ducks. How many ducks went into the Unity Beak?
Unity Beak has around...
Hey friends, welcome back to the Marty Davis Show, where we turn stumbling blocks into stepping stones and get to the heart of what really matters. Today's guest is a person who has lived many lives in one. He is a serial entrepreneur who has bought and sold businesses in real estate, hospitality, and even a commercial laundry. But now he's taking his expertise into art. Facundo Yebne is the creative mind behind Fly Miami Art. He has revolutionized this idea of what can be done, number one, with rubber ducks, but it's an idea of community, of playfulness, and activism, all drawn into one that many will not forget. Today, we're going to be talking about the art, the business, the journey, and yes, the ducks. So let's get started. Facundo, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Marty. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. People will be meeting you here for the first time. In a few words, how would you describe Facundo?
An engineer. I studied engineering in Argentina, and I always been an entrepreneur. So coming from a place that things are not that easy as they are here, business-wise, I developed skills that allow me to solve problems in creative ways. That's how I ran my businesses for years. A few years ago, I felt that I wasn't full with everything that I was doing. And last year, magically, I had a situation that I saw a studio of a friend, and I had a feeling that I never had before. So since then, I've been exploring in the art world. Then we met with the ducks, and we created a bond that today, what can be a definition of me is an evolving artist that is exploring how to reach people in different ways with simple things like a rubber duck.
You said you were visiting a friend's studio and you just had a feeling, that feeling of butterflies in your stomach?
Yes.
Very good. And so with butterflies in your stomach, how did we get to ducks?
Well, after the butterflies, he's a 95-year-old man who painted all of his life. So he dedicated his life to arts, and he was friends with Picasso, and to be with him was awesome.
Uh-huh.
So the whole process of learning to paint, which I didn't like, it was enriching in many ways, knowing more about him. At one point, a few years ago, I went to Massachusetts, and walking on a little town in Chatham, I saw a duck store, which I never seen in my life. I went in, and it was millions of ducks, every way, shape, and form and size that you can imagine. And I started collecting them. So last year for Easter, I bought a case of 50 rubber ducks with Easter motifs, and I was going to give them away at a dinner party. And then my friend who invited me also bought some. So when he sent a picture of his case, I had the idea of keeping one of each of mine and taking the rest to his place and getting one of each of his and building a collection. And that night when I came back to my place, I made a big duck out of the little ones.
And that was the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, let's move forward to Unity Duck and Proud Love. Now, those were your major installations on Lincoln Road, right?
Yeah.
So how many ducks went into the Unity Beak?
Unity Beak has around 14,000, and they are they are called mini rubber ducks.
14,000 mini rubber ducks were put together from your engineering background, no doubt, into Unity Beak.
Yes.
Which were two gigantic ducks.
They look gigantic.
Yes.
They are my size.
Oh, they are your size?
They have the same height that I do.
Gigantic in stature. Yes. How's that?
And personality.
And personality, right. Tell me about the reasoning behind Unity Beak and Proud Love.
The goal was to create installations for Pride. Every year, Lincoln Road, together with the city of Miami Beach, they do something to honor the community. And the whole message or the whole purpose of the installations was to honor the LGBT community. Proud Love, it was easy, it was instant, it was a lot of work. But it was an easier concept than Unity Beak. Originally, they didn't choose Unity Beak. They chose a family that it was two parental figures and a child with the pride flag. But then the whole story about Trump and the gay community and this and that, they wanted to change the concept. So it went from a little sculpture to massive ducks, which was a big shift. It was an easier shape, but it was a bigger shape and twice or double.
The number of ducks, yes.
Yes. So originally it was two plain ducks, and each one with the three colors of the pride flag, and together they combined, they did it. But along the way, imagine this is my first sculpture, so I never did something like this. Along the way, I kept thinking about meaning and adding my process and what was going on in my life and translate it into a message. And I came out with Unity Beak with the two ducks complementing each other, one with the peace sign that is called resilience, one with the heart that is called hope. The heart on the peace sign wasn't part of the original plan. They came along the way. Everything that happened between the original concept and the final installation, a lot of it was great and positive, but some things, it didn't happen the way it's supposed to. The ducks never arrived on time from China. So Lincoln Road commissioned me at the end of February, and we had to deliver by the end of March.
It's a lot of ducks to put on in 1 month, yes.
But it turned out awesome. I wasn't expecting so much feedback or so much engagement with people walking by. I was surprised.
Well, you had thousands of people seeing it and starting a conversation, right?
I was sitting on the side many times and looking at people, and they were, what is that? Is that Nespresso cups? Is that little bits? And when they saw it was rubber ducks, everybody smiled. Everybody kept talking about it. A lot of people, they did the kiss, the selfie. So the whole engagement, it was awesome. And I was there many times giving away ducks. They were asking, how much are those? I said, no, they are free. They couldn't believe somebody was giving them a free duck, or simple stuff that is easy, is simple, and it can make a big difference.
Well, when you talk about seeing the people and seeing their reaction, and I know our community has been a big part of what you stand for and what you want to move forward, and whether it's helping people understand the LGBTQ plus community, or supporting us, or supporting the chamber, which you are a big part of and a great supporter. Where does that drive come from to do all of this for the community and for people in general?
The drive is I'm very conscious about where I come from, very thankful of the support and the help that the community gave me and the way it opened to me. When I came in, as soon as I came in, a few months later, I met George. Through that, it was an open door to everybody and everything in the community. But the main thing is that I know where I come from. I have it in my mind always and forever. And I'm very thankful of everything that the community gave me. Open myself or my possibilities big time. And of course, one thing is the opportunity. The other thing is go for it. And I'm go-getter. So I explored and exploited every opportunity that I had. I did really well. And the main thing is giving back or paying forward to the community, helping people that is in a different situation that I am, and basically giving back.
Well, and you certainly do that. And being invited to show at the Biennale in Florence is a huge honor, especially for someone who's been doing artwork for about a year, right? Maybe even a little less. How did that invitation happen? And what are you planning to present there differently than here?
It happened actually a few weeks after I put the installation on Lincoln Road. I thought it was related to that, but it wasn't. It was, they saw what I did for Red Dot Miami in December.
Oh,
What started or was my first show that it didn't turn out into sales immediately. It translated into contacts and people seeing what I did and engaging later on. Through that, they invited me to apply because it's it's through applications and approval from a board. It's not that everybody can go. I did, they approved me, and it's an awesome feeling because it's just a starting point for me, and to be recognized this way is awesome.
Yeah.
So what I'm presenting there is a smaller version of Unity Beak. The whole message from Unity Beak is how little parts of our community get together to become something greater than what they are. So I'm inviting students, art students, community leaders, and everybody who wants to help to be part of the process of creating the sculpture. It's a lot of steps into, when I did it here, we did it from scratch. So it was a lot more work. Now I ordered the base sculpture from China. It's already in Florence. So now we had to paint the different colors. Then we have to first primer, then paint, then start gluing per color in a different way than what I did it here because it's a learning process. So I'm changing the way it's going to be done and it's going to showcase because, again, it's a learning process and I learn a lot from my experience here. So that's one piece that I want to do it, and my goal with Unity Beak is to be able to bring it to many places, many communities, and be able to build out and transmit the message of peace and love and community. So that's one major piece that is going to be in front of the wall. The theme of the Biennale is light and darkness, unity and dualism. What I'm doing is half of the wall is going to be in black and white. Half of the wall is going to be in colors.
Okay.
And the color part is going to be lit up with black light. So it's going to be popping and very shiny. That's a concept of dualism and the light and darkness. And it translates also, Unity Beak has to message related to the theme, and on the black and white part is going to be one of the major artworks, the David's, the sculpture, the face made in little
ducks. Oh my gosh.
The centerpiece is going to be the peace sign, half in black and white, half in color. Yeah. It's a combination of historical figures or icons, mainly for Italy. Another thing in black and white is the yin and yang, because that's the unity and dualism, that they are different, but they cannot exist without each other.
Mm-hmm.
And on the color part is going to be more pop modern icons.
Very good. Well, we all need to go to Florence and see this. Now, when is this happening in Florence?
It's October 18 to the 26th. And if you can go, I'm going to be showing live on Instagram most of the process of creating it and doing the Biennale and so on.
Oh, very good. I'm suggesting all of us get on a plane and go to Florence. And we can compare the Davids. So it's all good. Facundo, let's talk business for a minute. You know, you've built and sold multiple businesses, learned a lot along the way. Sometimes hard lessons, but everything is an opportunity for growth.
Yeah.
How did your business background get you to where you are and now your approach to the art career?
I developed many tools, many experiences that helps me to translate into, for example, Unity Beak. I didn't get the tags from China on time. The person doing the base sculpture was late, very late. So we shift gears. We started proactively working in different things that we could advance while we were waiting for the main thing. So it gave me the tools that I need to build on the momentum to find solutions to problems that arise, to be able to not being just creating art, but to see the bigger picture, make a plan, and work accordingly.
Doing a lot of multitasking, and when you needed to shift, you can shift, right?
Yes.
You and I've worked together on some big transactions, from some buyouts to business sales. Selfishly, how would you describe our working relationship, and what role has legal guidance helped you through this learning process that's gone along?
It helps a lot, and you are very patient. I'm not. So what you bring to my life, which is sometimes chaotic, is a sound base of calmness, that stillness, which is not still because you have your process, but it helps me to calm down most of the time. And I really trust you in the way that I know you're going to be working or looking for the best solution that benefits me. My experience with a lot of attorneys is that they care about the invoice and how many billing hours are they going to have and so on. It's not the case with you. Whenever I needed quick and fast solutions, which is most of the time, you knew when was it really an emergency or when was not. I remember the day of the signature of one of the major transactions that we met here. Actually, when you came, you told me you don't need me.
Yeah.
You're fine. It's all done. And for me, coming from a different place, a different world, Argentina is a totally different place to do business and to generate or whatever. It's a different story. I'm an engineer. I don't know much about legal stuff. I learned the hard way. But you help me big time into not worrying about things that I don't want to worry.
There you go. Well, that is what the lawyer's role is supposed to be, and hopefully we provided that to you. But let's talk just a little bit more, because part of our audience are young entrepreneurs, and they're going through some of the things that you went through a long time ago, but the problems are similar, whether it's in real estate or hospitality or a commercial laundry or a restaurant. How important is it in your mind to have someone that you can trust on the legal side to kind of guide you through that process of building your business?
It's one of the most important steps that you have to do when you start something. In my case, I did condo hotel management, which is short-term rentals, which is an agreement with an owner of a property that's a legal document that if that is not properly done, then the repercussions along the way are not the best.
Serious.
Yeah. So in my case, the legality of my work or the basis of my work was a must. At that moment, I had an attorney, but being Argentinian and just coming here, I found the way to get away without having one. But as long as the company grew, it was a must to have an attorney on my side drafting documents that were critical for the future of the company. So if I had to give advice to somebody studying something, maybe the legal stuff is the one that needs the most attention in the beginning, because it's the base for all the work that you're going to be doing later.
Yeah, hopefully it'll solve some issues down the road or mitigate
Or
some
it
of
helps.
those risks, or at
It
least helps.
yeah.
Yes.
It helps not to have issues
Yeah,
in the
that's right.
future.
No. Well, you've gone through a lot of those kind of issues, business issues, working like crazy, selling these business, now starting the art world and putting together all of these pieces that are all moving at the same time. I think of the carnival worker that's got those sticks and they have plates on them and they're twirling the plates and you've got that stick and you swirl that one and then you swirl this one. And that's Facundo in my mind. And all of them are working and all of them are doing, but a lot going on. What do you do to relax? And where's that place that you like to go to relax?
What do I do to relax? I duck.
You duck.
I duck. At one point was puzzles. I do force myself into working out maybe once, 2, 3 times a week, 4 times ideally. That is a big release. That is a kind of a drainage, but it's a lift up.
Yeah.
So that's a major thing that I do. The ducking was in the beginning a pleasure therapy. It still is, but now every major installation becomes a deadline and becomes a pressure.
Pressure, yeah, just a little bit more, yeah.
But in between, it's something that I do whenever it's a lot going on. I sit down, with people. In whatever situation I am, I can grab ducks and start putting them together, and it's a big therapy, it's a big release, calm down to lower my anxiety or what is going on in my mind. I just get blank.
Well, how wonderful that the projects that you're working on now and the focus that you have is also a source of calmness and contemplation for you.
Yeah.
And so that is really lucky. So you've come a long way. Let's talk about if we're sitting down 5 years from now having this same conversation, what would you be telling me that's happened in that 5 years since our first interview?
I will be telling you that I was able to bring my installations to many places in the world, to transmit the message of peace, love, and community into many communities, not only for pride communities, but for any community. These are universal things, universal messages that can be applied or translated into any community, anybody in a small or big scale. It's something that if we have peace, if we have love, if we build a community, that's a base to conquer the world.
Absolutely. And in the world that we live in now, we certainly need all the help we can get in depolarizing from politics to the world's geopolitical problems that seem to be everywhere now. So every little bit that you can help would be wonderful. So Facundo, at the end of every interview, I love to do this kind of rapid fire question and answer. So
Sure.
I've got some questions for you, and if you have a 1 word or 2 answer, that's great. But so let me shoot some questions to you. Who is the artist who has inspired you the most?
Keith Haring.
Oh, Keith Haring. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. And why?
Why is simple? It's complex in the simplicity, and it was in a moment that he invented something to fight against HIV, and he died very young, but he's now maybe one of the biggest icons, and he has a momentum going. I don't know much about when he was alive, but now that I started discovering the artwork, he is an icon and he's booming.
Well, I want you to live a long time, but I also want you to be an icon, so that'll be great. And how many ducks do you own today?
I may have over 100,000, 120,000.
Wow.
It sounds a lot, but the little ones, the resin ones, in a 40 by 40 piece is around 6,000.
Oh my God. 40 inch by 40 inches, 6,000 little ducks.
Yes.
And is that like the ones that are right here?
Yes.
Yes.
Those are actually resin ones, but they are glow in the dark. So if you apply black light, they absorb it.
And then they'll glow. And that's some of the ones that you're going to use in Biennale, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be great. So which one is your favorite duck in your collection?
Facundo duck. Well, on the artwork.
Yes.
Facundo duck is we started with a sailor French duck that had a mustache. And then along the way, we changed the mustache to be more like mine. And we changed the name to Facundo duck. So it's a kind of a portrait.
Very good. It's a self-portrait duck.
Yes. And that's the one with is 40 by 40 and has 5,670 ducks.
I think I've seen that. That was in the art exhibit in Fort Lauderdale, I think, and here in Miami.
Yes.
Yeah. So very good.
But on the rubber ducks, this is
the soul rubber ducks. That's your favorite?
Yes. This is a.
Does he have a name?
No.
No.
Pinky.
Pinky. All right. Very good. Well, he's very handsome. A place that always sparks your creativity.
My terrace.
Very good. And for those of you who don't know about his terrace, he has an unbelievably large terrace overlooking the ocean in Miami Beach. It is spectacular. I can see why it is.
Full moons, sunrise, and the connection with the ocean and the nature is unbelievable.
Yeah. Now, that's got to be a calming place for you as well, I would think.
Yes, it is.
Very good. The most unusual material that you have ever used in a piece?
Everything is unusual because I'm not used to what I'm doing. It took me 25 different glues to find the glue that I need or that I use in Unity Beak.
Really?
It's not easy to find the glue, first for rubber, and second to put on a vertical surface, and it doesn't
fall. Yeah. Yeah, because you probably have to hold it there till it dries or whatever, however that works, right?
Yes, and at one point I developed a skill that I can patiently hold it for a few seconds and stays, but sometimes it falls. Or we ended up putting pins, which is not possible on Italy because it's fiberglass.
Yeah.
Ooh. So I cannot put a pin on that.
Well, that'll be a new challenge.
I had to practice on patience or having somebody helping putting a finger.
Holder. Yeah, very good. Well, another way of getting your calmness down is to holding ducks in place, kind of like herding cats. It's the same story. Yeah. So all good. And last question: if you could create an installation anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Where would it be? Well, I did one in Miami Beach, I never thought about that. Could be in Argentina. That's where I come from. Somebody told me a few weeks ago when I was there that I could be replacing one iconic flower that it opens. It's a massive flower that opens and closes on the main avenue. Somebody told me you could replace that with a massive duck made on a chrome, because it has chrome stuff, on many layers or feathers, chrome, and it looked awesome in the concept.
Oh, very good. Well, that'll be exciting. We'll look forward to seeing that. So, Facundo, thank you so much for being here. Facundo, he's an engineer, an entrepreneur, an activist, an artist, a longtime friend. You know, what I love most about your story is that it's a great reminder that sometimes the biggest shifts in our lives happen when we're not looking for it, but when we are open to seeing a new experience and getting those butterflies that will lead to ducks, right?
Yes.
From real estate to rubber ducks, from Miami Beach to Florence, Facundo is living proof that passion, community, and that stick-to-itiveness, no pun intended, is a gift that will bring riches to you, whether it's in monetarily or knowing that the world's a better place because you've been in it. Thank you, Facundo. Appreciate you being here. And until next time, I'm Marty Davis. I'm a business lawyer and a connector, also an entrepreneur, reminding all of you to make certain that you leave your life open to those butterfly moments to see what comes and see what will be. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. They look gigantic.
Yes.
They are my size.
Oh, they are your size?
They have the same height that I do.
Gigantic and how's that?
And personality.
And personality, right. Being invited to show Biennale in Florence is a huge honor.
What do I do to relax? I hack.
You fuck. How many went into the Unity Beak?
Unity Beak has around 14,000, and they are little they're called mini rubber.
So Facundo Yebne is the creative mind behind Miami Art. We're going to be talking about the art, the business, the journey, and yes, the